Did you get lucky on Valentine's Day? If you didn't, it's probably because you didn't use Manscaped. Today's NFL News and Rumors is presented by our good friends, Manscaped. If any guy out there is like, man, that message, that was directed right towards me, go to manscaped.com/chat where you can save 20% off and get free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. I promise you, I use this stuff every day. So if you're looking for the latest NFL news and rumors, you're in the right place. We're going to be talking about some big-name dudes. We're going to be talking about Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold, Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, and Richard Sherman. But we're going to kick the show off here with a little Carson Wentz. And what the heck is the latest around the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback? I almost called him the starting quarterback, but he ain't even that anymore. So the report out there right now is that the Philadelphia Eagles are more than likely not going to get a first-round pick for Carson Wentz. What's the backup story behind that? As soon as the Detroit Lions moved on from Stafford and they were able to get 2 first-round picks for him, the Eagles were like, wait a minute, I want at least 2 first-round picks for Carson Wentz. A bunch of NFL teams, me, Tom Downey, Harrison Graham included, were like, come on, Philly, you ain't getting Carson Wentz. You're not getting 2 first-round picks for that dude. Now, the Bears and the Colts, from what I know, are the 2 teams that have been the most actively listening to Wentz, or have been the team that's been trying to figure out a way to get him. Because, let's face it, Chicago Bears, they're connected to every single quarterback because they don't really have anyone. Imagine a world where Nick Foles goes back to Philly and then Carson Wentz goes to Chicago. That would be amazing. And then you also have the Indianapolis Colts, where head coach Frank Reich, the best year of Carson Wentz came underneath him back in 2017. Albert Breer spoke a little bit more about this topic, and he was like, it's kind of hard to decide where we think that this guy's going to go, but if I had to make a guess, I think he ends up going to the Chicago Bears. Those are Albert Breer's words, not mine. So let's look at what Carson Wentz did last year. 16 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. This was in 12 games. He also lost 4 fumbles. I am a believer that I think it's pretty telling that one guy in Frank Reich, who I think we would all agree probably knows Carson Wentz the best among coaches not on the Philadelphia Eagles, isn't willing to give up more than a first-round pick. Now, sure, there was been a time where this guy was an MVP candidate. But am I the only one that thinks that Wentz at this point is a little bit soft and kind of a crybaby? Because between you and me, I wouldn't want this guy leading my football team. I mean, everything that Philly has done has been to powder this dude's little booty, and he just gets a little bit upset because you drafted a quarterback in round 2. If you're not good with competition, Carson, you got to get the hell out of the NFL because you're not in the right business. So out of the top 2 teams that Breer mentions, he mentioned the Chicago Bears, and he mentioned the Indianapolis Colts. We've also made multiple videos here at Chat Sports about trying to find the right fit for Carson in 2021. These are my top 2 teams. Go down to the comments section and let me know. What's the better fit? Type B for Bears or Type C for the Colts? 2 redheads to lead off the show. That's what we're getting here Monday morning. Y'all ready for this? Sam Darnold, is a trade coming? There's a report out right now that after the Stafford deal, that about 4 teams called the Jets saying, hey, what is the asking price for Sam Darnold? Albert Breer said that more teams have called since for the simple fact of they're trying to figure out what they can get in such a young quarterback. So according to Breer, you got the Colts, the Steelers, the Bears, the 49ers, a whole bunch of these teams. They were to make sense for him. Now, there's some other teams out there also that could potentially look at Darnold as being like a backup. But for me, I'm looking at a lot of these teams. And the only way that I'm Darnold, if I go to certain teams, is if you can get the best out of me. Because that's what you want to be able to figure out, right? Because there was times at USC where Darnold showed that, hey, he's got the tools, he's got the arm strength. Can he put it together upstairs? Now, you're going to look at these numbers here like, wow, this guy sucks. Was he worth the 3rd overall pick? No, probably not. But if anybody out there can look me in the eyes and say that Sam Darnold has been given a fair chance, that the talent around him was adequate enough where we could judge him on his entire career, look me in the eyes and tell me that. Because I don't believe you. There's no way you can tell me that Adam Gase had put a good team around this young dude. Do I think he would be a quarterback that would lead you to a Super Bowl? No, I don't think so. But could he at least be somebody that deserves a second chance? Yes, I absolutely think that. Let's go down to the comment section and vote. What do y'all think here? Will the New York Jets trade Sam Darnold? Give me a Y for yes, type N for no. I'm going to type my Y for yes for the simple fact of they have the number 2 overall pick. They also have the 23rd overall pick this year in the draft. They're looking for extra draft capital. They're looking for future guys as well. I just don't think it's going to be Sam Darnold. I'm going to type my Y for yes. The guy that I actually would love for the New York Jets to go out and trade for, it's Deshaun Watson. I don't know how likely it is, but you know what? Let's talk about the latest going on with this guy. So the latest around him is he's ignoring all the calls from the Texans. Maybe you called your girlfriend or ex-girlfriend 10 times on Valentine's Day. If she didn't pick up, guess what? There's probably a reason behind that. You know why Deshaun Watson is ignoring calls from the Houston Texans? He doesn't want to be a member of that team anymore. He has made it very, very clear. Get me the heck out of Houston. I don't want to be here anymore. Now, the Houston GM Caserio and their new head coach Culley has been like, you know what? We want to keep Deshaun Watson. Well, no shit. He's a great football player, probably a top 2 quarterback under the age of 25. But the fact that he doesn't want to be there and all the reports out there that the Texans don't want to move on from him, it's going to be interesting to see because he's already come out and said, if I got to sit out this year, I'll sit out. Will he get fined? Yes, he absolutely will. But when you sign a contract for basically $160 million, if you're going to fine a dude basically, I don't know, a few $100,000 here and there, he's going to laugh at that type of money. So that's the latest on Watson. So go down in the comments section right now and try to predict. That's what we do here at Chat Sports. We're always trying to interact with our fans because sports, talking to yourself, it's boring. Like I'm telling you that right now. It was super snowy. It was super gross in Dallas, Texas. I'm the only dude here in the office, and it sucks. I miss being able to talk to the homies here at Chat Sports. So what we do when we make these shows, go down in the comments, talk to each other, debate it out. Go down in the comments. Let me know, where will Deshaun Watson play in 2021? So today's show is presented by Manscaped. If you guys want to get the perfect package, here's how you do it. Don't buy these stupid pills that say, hey, you can grow it this much bigger. No. You want to know the easiest way to make it look bigger? You trim it up downstairs. That's just me being honest with y'all. You can probably give yourself an extra inch. And in football, it's a game of inches. So manscaped.com/chat. 20% off and free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. The Lawnmower 3.0 is a product that I use literally every single day. The Manscaped Boxers, actually, do I have them on? Nope, I don't have them on. So, scratch that. I thought I did. You also get the traveling case that comes involved. The reason why it's called the perfect package is because it's simple, y'all. It makes your package look perfect. You get ball deodorant, you get ball toner, you get all these amazing products. Seriously, go get yourself set up. Maybe you didn't know what to tell your girlfriend to get you for Valentine's Day. Well, guess what? Now here's your chance. Say, hey, babe, 20% off, free shipping. It's also going to be a gift for you as well. It's manscaped.com/chat. Let's talk to somebody that used to be a Houston Texan. He is now out after being released by Houston, and now he's a free agent, so he can sign with anybody literally as soon as this video is made. So J.J. Watt and the Packers, it's a possible fit per Peter King. Peter King is one of the lone people in this industry that I actually think does a very good job and is very trustworthy as well. Here's the reason why I thought it was really interesting about J.J. Watt potentially going to the Green Bay Packers. David Bakhtiari. As soon as the news came out that Watt is a free agent, the Green Bay Packers, they restructured Bakhtiari's contract, saving $8.3 million in cap space. Do I think that J.J. Watt's going to get more than $8.3 million? Yes, I do. However, I think Watt would be very interested to play for the team that he grew up rooting for as a kid. He could go back to Wisconsin where he grew up. He could go back to Wisconsin where he played college football. I mean, this makes so much sense. Plus, he wants to play for a contender. The Green Bay Packers, they're a contender, and they have a glaring need at defensive line. Now, King also goes on to mention some other teams that could potentially be interested. The Kansas City Chiefs. If you want to be a contender, it's a great fit there. The Cleveland Browns, it's be interesting. You pair him with Myles Garrett. The Buffalo Bills, they have a glaring need at defensive tackle. The Colts, the Tennessee Titans, these are some other the teams also, obviously, with the Green Bay Packers. Now, if you don't like Peter King's list, it's all good. I think he does a good job, but I'm going to be honest, I think we do a little bit better of a job. So let me know, where is J.J. Watt going to sign? I mean, he's going to play somewhere. 31 years old, going to be 32, played over 1,000 snaps last year. Sure, he's been battling some injuries, but if you're a team that you're like, man, we got to win right now, it's our win now window, go out and get the dude. So where will J.J. Watt sign? Let us know. If you want to know some other teams, well, guess what? I made a video as soon as the news broke. This video right now, over 36,000 views. If you want to go check it out, it's also what we do here at Chat Sports. So not only keep you guys updated on the latest news and rumors, we also do fun little segments like this. So hit that big red button that says subscribe. Turn on those notifications because when J.J. Watt does announce where he's going, we're going to be making a video about it. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Also, please, go check out this video. If you are subbed and you are part of the Noti gang, just know that I appreciate y'all. Take that link that you see below, youtube.com/chatsportstv, and send it to some friends because we got to keep growing this channel, y'all. All right, what's the last story here on today's show? Richard Sherman not going to the Cleveland Browns. Well, it's kind of what it sounds like. The latest report is that the Browns, they're not interested in Sherman, but it might not just be Richard Sherman. It might just be the fact that Cleveland is focused on their own free agents at the cornerback position. So Browns defensive coordinator Joe Woods, the reason why there's a connection here is because he coached Sherman with the 49ers back in 2019. And for Richard, this is going to be a dude who's coming off probably his worst year in his entire career, if I had to guess. Also wants to go play for a team that is going to be competing, which Cleveland, it's weird to say, but yes, they are absolutely competing at this point. But what I'm curious to see what Sherman does is if he potentially goes from cornerback and drops back to safety. He's just not quite the same player he was. However, he's one of the smartest players in the NFL. He actually might be one of the smartest humans on the planet Earth. I mean, you got to be. Graduate from Stanford with a 4.0. But the bottom note there, Cleveland, more focused on their own free agents at cornerback. Who are some of those dudes, right? You got Johnson, and what I want you guys to look at is also the bottom left-hand side of your screen, the unrestricted free agents and the restricted free agents who are labeled there. So you got Johnson, you got Mitchell, Jackson. Those are your unrestricted free agents, which means they can sign basically anywhere. Then your restricted free agent is Thomas, where if another team wants to go out and get him, they have to basically offer up a pick, essentially. So that's the latest around the Browns. That's the latest around Richard Sherman. It doesn't sound like he's going to be going to Cleveland. Heck, we might be making some videos here pretty soon around the top teams that could go out and sign Richard Sherman in 2021. But before we make that video, you know I was going to ask you, right? I mean, that's what we do. So go down. Let me know. What team will sign Richard Sherman this upcoming season? I'm curious what y'all have to say on this one. If you made it this far in the video and you like what we do here at Chat Sports, support us. We're a free channel. We're not going to ever ask y'all for money. All we ever ask is that you hit the subscribe button and you like the vid. Why? It's free ways to show that you like what we're doing. And if you want to talk more to me about other NFL things going on, if you want to give us some show ideas, hey, hit me up on Instagram. It's down below, Mitchell Renz 365.